Hi there, morning guy Bo Woods. We're paying tribute to B.J. Thomas. B.J.'s in town at the Yavapai College Performance Hall later tonight for the 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans concert. And we're going to spend this hour with B.J. Thomas. Consider it your pre-concert warm-up. First off, B.J., Arizona is very, very proud of our veterans, so thank you for taking your time and coming to our town to do this show.
Thanks a lot. My dad was a vet, and of course I was a part of the generation that kind of I missed my service. I didn't get to Vietnam, but I was drafted. But so you know, we're all owe these guys a debt over the years, and especially the sacrifices they've made for our freedom. So it's been a pleasure to do these concerts.
I recently saw some YouTube video of you performing at a bowl game.
Yeah, I did a Sun Bowl game on I guess it was New Year's Eve day. It was a lot of fun. We did the halftime thing. We did the anthem. It was a lot of fun.
What are some of the recollections you have of your early days, singing in the church, high school bands, singing with the Triumphs?
Yeah, well, all those are big memories. I was, when I was just a kid, my home life wasn't all that happy, and we were like all kids, man. Let me get out of here and find something to do. So we happened to live across the street from a church, so we got in the habit of getting out of the house and going to this church and getting involved with their baseball team. And as a byproduct of doing that, I got involved in the music, and I just so was drawn to that church music. And as at that age, I was very aware of Hank Williams. My dad loved Hank Williams, and so I listened to a lot of his records.
Was recording a Hank Williams song a daunting task?
No. It was my buddy and a guy named Mark Sharon, who wrote Mama and Billy and Sue. We had gone to see the Your Cheating Heart, the story of Hank Williams' life story, and I think Junior had done the soundtrack. But anyway, we came out of the studio, out of the theater, and he said, "That I'm So Lonesome, that was really great." I said, "Yeah, that thing sounded good. That's one of my dad's favorite songs." And he said, "Well, we ought to start doing it with the band." So we worked it up, and I sang it for 6 months or so at the dances, and it kind of evolved into the version that I did on record.
Take us into the studio. What was recording I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry like?
It was very early in the morning, and the trumpet player's lip was busted, and so the first take that we got through, which I think was about the third or fourth take, we just took that and put it on the B-side of what we thought was a hit record, and somehow it found its way on the radio, became a #1 record.
Did you hear that low I could cry?
I know you're aware of this, but of all the folks that covered Hank Williams' I'm So Lonesome I Can Cry, from Bill Monroe, Johnny Cash, Marty Robbins, Ray Charles, you name them, your version charted higher than all of them.
Yeah, I became familiar with that statistic soon afterwards. I mean, even people as diverse as Terry Bradshaw, the old Pittsburgh quarterback, has recorded I'm So Lonesome. And I think it was recorded 72 times before I did it. And it was the biggest version of it, so I'm very proud of that.
I read somewhere where you were high school friends with Roy Head. Is that right?
Yeah, Roy was a little ahead of me, and he was from a different area. He was up in San Marcos, and I was down in Richmond, Rosenberg, in the Houston area. When we first put the band together, well, we started following the Traits. It was the name of Roy's band. And we looked up to them and idolized them, and they had a great band, and Roy was a great performer and entertainer. And so we became friends over the years. He was like one of the first guys to say, "Hey, man, I think you can really sing and go for it." So he gave me a big boost right at the start, and then we're still good buddies.
Fun oldies, AM 1450, 100.9 FM. Roy Head and the Traits treat her right. Roy, an inspiration of B.J. Thomas. We're spending the hour with B.J., warming you up for his concert at the Yavapai College Performance Hall. B.J. Thomas holds the record for recording the longest titled #1 hit ever.
It's lonely out tonight and make me feel at home.
B.J., you were friends with Billy Joe Royal, right?
Yeah, it's my best friend. We're best buddies.
You both shared the same name, Billy Joe. How did he end up recording under Billy Joe and you, your initials?
Yeah, he had down in the boondocks about a year before I had mine. So you know, on some of my records, there was a Billy Joe on there, but that kind of solidified my choice, kind of made the choice for me that I had to go, you know, I needed to go by BJ. You know, if Billy Joe hadn't have had that Boondocks, I might have gone by Billy Joe, but most people call me BJ anyway, so it worked out right.
Billy Joe Royal on Fun Oldies, B.J. Thomas's very close friend. B.J., you've sold over 70 million records. You've received 5 Grammy Awards, 2 Dove Awards. Was there a time in your career when you said, I've made it?
No, not really. I don't have a lot of ego tied with exactly where I am in the business, or, you know, gosh, I want to be number one, and I'm better than this guy. I never have really gotten into that kind of area. I'm kind of from a generation where we all admired each other. There wasn't a lot of jealousy or competition. We all kind of dug each other's music, and so I never really had felt that I was over anyone. Of course, I was very aware of, you know, when Hooked on a Feeling hit, and then I got Raindrops, and it was tied to the movie and won the Academy Award and all that. Well, I was very aware that, wow, this is pretty significant stuff, and I was very proud of that. But I really feel fortunate, and especially as time goes on, very lucky that I've been able to do this with my life, and this is all I've needed to do, because it's, of course, I had the burning desire, and I wouldn't have been happy without being in music.
Bo Woods spending the hour with B.J. Thomas. When we come back, we'll examine 2 versions of Hooked on a Feeling.